Hey everybody, it's Chuck. I'm doing this video instead of doing my usual live stream vlog because I got some stuff I have to say and I don't want to be distracted by comments and questions. I'm sure you guys have pretty much noticed that since the end of April through May, my output has severely lessened, and I feel now that I can talk about it and let you guys know what's been going on. The end of April, April 28th, and some of you might know this if you follow me on Twitter and Facebook, we had to rush my dad to the hospital for emergency surgery. Without going into too many details, this was not something expected. We knew there was an illness, but it was something that was not going to result in emergency surgery. It did, and he almost died. The entire month, he was in for a little over a month, 5 weeks, the entire month of May, and that was it. And he is better. He is recovered. He is now moving into a rehab facility because he needs to get his strength back and muscle memory back to be able to maneuver. But the bottom line is that I had to take over, make decisions, make sure things were getting done on the homestead that he would normally take care of for himself. We do not live together. He's an independent individual. And that took the majority of my focus. And, I was at the hospital every day. I will continue to be at the hospital and now the rehabilitation facility for however long he's there. And that will remain my primary and main focus. So things are going to be a little erratic. I will try to record and get things up if I can. It is not a priority. I did sneak out that Grimlock review, which frankly was a waste of time since nobody's watched it. And that's really the other thing. Pretty much anything I would review had been done, so financially speaking, it's just not worth it for me to try and make the time right now when I have so many other things to worry about. But I will be back. It's still a long journey ahead, but believe it or not, we are now in the easy part. The hard part was him recovering from the surgery and getting, keeping himself alive and to a point that he could go into rehab. So I don't know how much longer that's going to be, but again, that is my primary focus. That is what I am doing. So you're not going to be seeing the regular output. I mean, I've been getting stuff. I'm sure if you again, Twitter, Instagram, you've seen photos that of stuff I have and I do plan on reviewing, but just be aware that, really for a little bit longer now, probably into the early summer, I'm not going to be putting out videos. And I just want to assure you that I will not do the thing where, once everything's okay, I'm going to do 20 videos in a day or something. So things will be spaced out. It might be a little behind, but then again, if anything, I will be putting things up when, the rest of you will be finding the same item. So I think in that regard, it's a little better. Please continue to support the channel. I have thousands of videos up for you to watch. So, go back, watch something you haven't, rewatch a video, comment. My back catalog always has a tendency to do better, but that would, I don't want to say it's a concern, but it's not. But let's not forget, YouTube did change their rules, and that if there isn't a certain number of subscribers or I fall below something, I can lose monetization on my channel, and I really don't want to do that because I don't know if or ever I would be able to get that back. And to be honest, if that happens, there's really no point in continuing. But definitely, so please continue to watch the videos. If you're a prayer, please pray for my dad and his continued recovery and well-being. Pray for my family, because this has been a very, very stressful time for us. Like I said, this was not something that we could expect. By the way, I am also aware that YouTube is fooling around with their algorithms again, and apparently they're showing videos out of order. But then again, my older videos tend to do better, so if something pops up from 2 years ago, that may not be a bad thing, but I am aware there's nothing I can do. So, yeah, that's what's going on. I've been meaning to do this sooner. It's just that I really did not feel comfortable doing it publicly until I really knew more, and really just I didn't want to share much of my father's details, but I do feel I had to explain something. So yeah, again, I appreciate the continued support, and I will appreciate the prayers and thoughts and kind wishes for my dad and my family. And I hope sooner than later we're back doing our usual things. So, it's Chuck, and I will see you next time.